Hi my friends, guess who's back? So this is Dominik Sky returning on YouTube. I'm very excited about this. I've actually been away for a couple of months and I've been quite busy, and as you can see I'm actually not in Slovenia, so I'm here in Thailand. Beautiful sunny Thailand. I escaped winter in Slovenia, which was really nice. And I'm actually quite busy at the moment, so I'm basically doing 14 training sessions per week, every week. Here I have I met up with my good friend and my business partner Sammy, and together we created these amazing mentorship programs. So we take on students, we very individually guide them towards their ultimate destiny of becoming stronger and more mobile versions of themselves, but more on that later. So I actually decided to come back on YouTube, and like I said, I'm quite busy at the moment. But I really wanna help you guys. So I wanna help you achieve your goals and your dreams. If you're going towards any advanced elements, or you're training for planche or one chin-ups or whatever struggles you might have with your trainings, I really wanna help you guys. So I want you to write down in the comments any kind of problems you might have with your training. So whether you have some questions about frequency or about scheduling or about any specific exercise or the proper form on any given exercise, or whatever questions or problems or struggles you might have with your training, I would love to hear it. So please write it down in the comments, and I'll pick the best ones and I'll address them in the next video. But in this video I actually want to talk about the number one biggest mistake that I see people do when training calisthenics, and that is elevating the shoulders. So what does this mean? So we all know that this is protraction. We use this for the planche, and we need to retract when we're holding the front lever. But very rarely I actually hear people talking about depression and elevation. So this is shoulder elevation, and boom, here we got depression. So this is very important. So whenever we're performing exercises, strength exercises in particular, we need to have our shoulder in a stable position. So that means when you're performing push-ups, if your shoulders are doing this, which is so common and I see this everywhere, please fix this. Because if you're doing this, you're begging for an injury. So this is a must. It's not like, but yeah, if I do it like this, it's gonna be okay, the form will correct over time. No. So we really need to address this specifically. Because if you're practicing push-ups like this, later on you're training for planche and also your shoulders are elevating, this is not a stable position for the shoulder. And any given exercise, any kind of exercise in calisthenics or outside calisthenics also is performed with shoulder in a stable position. So even if you're bench pressing, your shoulder is, boom, it's right here. So if you bench press like this, you're gonna have beautiful shoulder pain, and you're gonna have an injury very soon. So this is a must. So also military press, again, shoulders in a depressed position. When we're performing pull-ups, yeah, we start in elevation, but the first thing we do is initiate depression, then we pull up, maintaining that depression, we extend the arm, and then we go into a hang. So then we elevate the shoulder. So this is a complete must, and I rarely see people even talking about this. It's like everybody is so focused on protraction and retraction that they forget about depression. So this is a must. And a lot of people, it's so funny when they speak about the planche, yeah, this is a really good hollow position. This is a good hollow position, right? No, it's shit, because my shoulders are not depressed. Boom. And you can also see how the lat activates when I do this. So when here I'm protracting, this is proper protracted position. So depression, and then we protract. Boom. And if you're here, if you're performing planche leans, pseudo planche push-ups like this, you're gonna get very little benefits, and you're gonna get injured sooner or later. So this is a very important thing. Also, like I said, with the pull-ups, it's very important to have in mind, actually think about this one. So when you're hanging, the first thing you need to think is depression. Because I see also a lot of people, they don't think about this, and then you see they pulling up, and this starts to happen. One shoulder is elevated, one shoulder is here. It's not symmetrical. Some people even do it with shoulders in elevation. They're pulling like this. a terrible, terrible thing to do. So the most important thing regarding exercises in calisthenics, whether that's the front lever or the planche or 100 chin-ups, or you're training for handstand push-ups, we need that stable shoulder depression. Boom. Especially in the push-ups, I really encourage you to actually film your push-ups right now after this video and really try to see if your shoulders are elevating. My student on the mentorship program, Anthony from France, he had this problem, like when he went down and he could do 20 plus push-ups, all different variations, diamond, wide ones, everything. But then as soon as he went down, both shoulders went up on every rep without exception. And then I was like, man, we need to fix this. And he really worked on it. He actually corrected it very fast because they gave him all the right exercise, and he was really thinking about this all throughout the day. I remember we were on a call, and then he's like, how is it with shoulder depression? And he's like, man, I'm thinking about this all day. Depression, 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 depression. So he actually fixed it in a matter of weeks, which was really fast, because he had this was going on every single rep, and he actually had to start doing push-ups with hands elevated, so really going a few steps back. But he actually fixed it, and now he's performing push-ups. They look amazing, they look fantastic, and we're on the right track. So if you have this problem, you absolutely need to address it. This is the most important thing you need to address. Later on, if you want to do it more in a protracted position or retracted position, that's later down the road. But the number one thing is stable position of the shoulder when you're performing exercises for strength. So you can see how my body tightens up when I do it. So you need to be here. This is very important. Also with the pull-ups, actually Anthony had the case where only one shoulder was elevating, so he would pull up and one shoulder was like this, and then he really needed to fix that. So he went from weighted pull-ups, he went back to basic rows, and just a few reps of chin-ups, and really focusing on maintaining that depression. So if you want to have a strong body, a well-developed body, if you want strong scapula connection, if you want to progress towards advanced elements, then definitely make sure to have this in mind. So keep the shoulder in a stable position. Some of you might be thinking, but what about the handstand? Don't we elevate in the handstand? Yes, true, but handstand is not a strength element. So handstand is a balancing element. So in the handstand, we elevate to make sure to be as tall as possible. But even when we're performing handstand push-up, for example, the first thing that we do, here we elevate it, but then we lean forward, depress the shoulders, and then the bent arm handstand is here. It's not here. It's here in a stable position. And we press up with depression, and then also elevate. So the number one mistake regarding people training calisthenics is this. And I can't even stress how important this is. So if you want a healthy body, if you want to go towards those advanced elements, make sure to really keep in mind to keep the shoulders in a stable, depressed position. Boom, right there. So that's actually about it of what I had to say for today's video. Also, if you want to learn something new about calisthenics, I really encourage you to click the link here in the description and join our Facebook group, the biggest calisthenics Facebook group, Calisthenics Family. So become a member of Calisthenics Family, and you will get together. You can speak with amazing people who also train calisthenics and are really passionate about calisthenics, and we're really taking great care of that group. So it's not like you see everybody who's in there knows what this group is all about, and it's about motivating and inspiring people. It's about helping each other and growing a beautiful community that's really supportive and really just helping each other achieving our goals and dreams. So click the link in the description, join the Calisthenics family, and we see each other right there. Thank you so much for your time. Make sure to leave a comment below on whatever it is that you're struggling with, or if you want some help with something, or if you have a question regarding your training, then leave a comment below and I'll address it in the next video. Whew, so that's about it. I'm very excited to be back on YouTube. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see each other in the next video. Peace. Oh yeah.